104 in Kansas City, it's the Big Dumb Fun Show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode, another edition, another 3 hours of the Big Dumb Fun Show. My name is Aaron.
My name is Venkman, and we've got a jam-packed show for you this evening. We actually sat down.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Please sit down. We sat down. We thought it out. We're going to have a couple of great guests calling in and coming in tonight, and we're very stoked to be here, and even more stoked that you've decided to spend your Monday night with us tonight. This is recorded, plays throughout the entire week on our website via the BigDumbFunShow.com or the livestream.com / is it BDFS?
Livestream.com/BDFS.
And you can view and watch the show at all times. If you missed a part of the show, just go back and view it during the week. Otherwise, we post the stuff up on the YouTube every once in a while. You can pull up the video if you want. And
the segments there on YouTube, tag them across on the Facebook. You'll find some of our interviews like we just did with Jim Kilroy.
That's right. And we are surpassing 600,000 viewer minutes on that live stream. Since we started doing the live stream broadcaster just about a year, 2 years ago or so.
8 years ago. No.
Wow, that statistic really sucks now that I think of it. No, when did we actually sign up? It wasn't too long ago, but we've been doing it in a while.
I thought it was summer 2009.
Something like that. Since then, we've been able to really hit it hard and obtain over 600,000 viewer minutes on that. Just a very impressive statistic, I think.
10,000 hours of people just watching the show.
A day. Right?
That's a month.
Oh. Well, we'll work on that.
Every minute, actually. Viewer minutes a minute, 600,000. No.
We will work on that and see if we can up that number
oddly
now.
enough, watching a radio show.
Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought?
I figured most of those minutes came after January when we had Rena.
Yeah. A lot of them, she came on the show and now just sky high. Yeah. I don't know. But it looks like it's a
went
boys.
From 500,000 to 600,000 like that.
Looks like it's kind of like a boys' night out now, though. I don't know where the it would say we were supposed to have our jumpsuit party.
Yeah, tonight was jumpsuit party.
Yeah, jumpsuit party.
Except it's
Ross.
Ross has got his jumpsuit on.
Jumpsuit? No, that's not it. That's a T-shirt.
No,
that's not a jumpsuit. That's a T-shirt and sweatpants. You're in rapist mode. No, he's in rapist mode right now.
That is a jumpsuit party for Rena. Just pink. For her.
Ross, pink.
Please don't wear the pink.
Though. Yeah, don't wear the pink if you would please. No, speaking of Jimmy Kilroy, though, you went out to the Banzai Awards
on Friday night.
Had some laughs.
Yeah,
I saw the picture of you in front of the big banner and whatnot.
On the banner, I wasn't going like that.
Did you have to take a picture yourself, or did they have a photographer?
They had a photographer. I think he had a couple photographers. At least there were 2 or 3 photographers running around.
Yeah, I tried to find a good high quality picture.
There I was with my
phone,
my phone camera. Look out!
Excuse me.
It's load point pole. Oh, turns out no, it wasn't load point pole.
Who was that?
It was it the Gary Miller Band?
So they were
But
playing.
That was Jim Kilroy. Embarrassingly enough, the woman between us, his wife.
Yeah.
Who's been here in the studio.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like, I'm going to pick it up. I'm like, who is that?
Yeah.
That's my wife, Janice.
Yeah, and she's been in the studio before. However, when he was in last time, I was like, hey, how's the wife? And he goes, she's in Florida. And I said, oh, well, then I feel like a jackass. Like, I thought maybe they split up, but they're together.
They're still together.
They're together, and they're taking pictures with you.
She shows up when he's got events going.
Now, were they the only people that were wanting to take a picture with you? It didn't seem like there was a lot of folks. Were you well received over there?
I was received. I walked in the door. They go $10.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
You were received as much as anybody that would pay $10.
I spoke with a couple of the band members that were there that were going to be playing later on the night. Didn't get to see them all, unfortunately.
It sucks.
Load Point Pole, they were there. I saw them. I didn't get to talk to them much. But Federation of Horsepower.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Greg and the folks at Federation of Horsepower. Yeah.
Troy, Greg, they were all hanging out, doing some shots before their stage time.
Did you say, hey?
Telling stories. I walked up and I said, of course I was wearing my Big Dumb Fun Show gear.
Yeah.
So I was not
with the camera. Did you bring the camera in?
No, I didn't bring the camera.
Oh, I thought maybe you just
put
the camera over your shoulder.
Look out, folks.
Like our big TV camera now. Sorry, folks, I'm here to get some coverage.
Is the guy the singer from Federation of Horsepower, is that the guy that does Johnny Dares?
Yeah, it's the same. He's the technical dude at Johnny.
That's what I thought, just by his voice. And then they kept jumping into these little lyrical things. Like, it was like having a conversation with a schizophrenic. But there was two of them because him and one of the other guys, also from the band, who, of course, have spent a lot of hours in a van together, were just like...
going back and forth.
Like you and I. You know how we're really like, we kind of can almost finish each other's...
sandwiches?
Yeah.
So,
You finish more of the sandwiches. I finish the sentences.
Well, that's cool, but did you have any fun, though? I mean, you had to go to work, and I know it was busy, but I went out to the big parade. I went out with like 300 Hawaiian leis and about 300 beads. We went out to the parade to work the crowd for Coco Key, and just to say hi to all the the kids out there. It's a lot more of a family friendly event than I originally thought. Because I'm just thinking
the parade is.
Yeah,
they bring the kids out for the parade, then they take them to the sitter.
Well, and then I was
St. Patrick's Day, and people are drinking at 6 a.m.
I'm thinking I'm going to go out to this. I'm going to go out to this parade, and it's just going to be just nothing but debauchery and nakedness and drunkenness and people puking all over the place and that's
later.
It got to a point where it was so tight on the sidewalk, just trying to move from one place to another, and it just nobody was moving. And I was just like, "Excuse me." I kept saying, "I'm from out of town. Is it always this busy here? I don't understand it." One guy laughed, and so we finally get to an opening, a clearing, and I'm like, "Oh, thank God, I'll be able to breathe." Well, the reason why there was a clearing is there was like a mound 6 inches high of just puke. Like, this was like the puking zone. And also, like, this is where people go to puke. They just go in there, and so I'm like, oh. So I finally got to the clearing because I get really nervous in tight spaces.
Yeah, you don't like big crowds.
I don't like big crowds. I don't like anything, and so that's
St. Patrick's Day. It's like on the what would be the east and the west side of Broadway for approximately 8 blocks.
Yeah,
there's like 500,000 people.
Yeah, it was insane. And by the time
all wearing green,
and you know what? It might as well been, instead of St. Patrick's Day, they might have well called it Tube Top Day in Kansas City. Tons of tube. I still don't understand the tube tops.
Green tube tops, though.
Well, it does. I mean, it doesn't matter what color. I don't understand why somebody would wear something that they're always fidgeting with. It seems like a lot of work, don't you think? Like, constantly.
Seems like a great opportunity to pull a shirt down.
Like someone's just going to come right up behind you. Oh, like I said, folks, we have a jam-packed show tonight. We've got our resident nerd, our resident buddy, Jason P. Hunt, going to stop by and talk about Planet Comic-Con. Violet Sin from Razor Wire Halo is going to give a South by Southwest recap. And Chip Chinnery is going to talk money with us when we come back in the Big Dumb Fun
Chips, Money, Tips on the Big Dumb Fun Show.